Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Dan, Rachel, and Kinsley. We're so excited to bring you along our Dragon capsule. So we've been up here for just over 28 hours, flying around and around the globe. We're going about 8 kilometers per second. That's about 17,500 miles an hour, going around every 106 minutes. It's pretty wild to see Earth from this altitude. We're up at 1,400 kilometers. And why is that significant? It's the highest anyone has ever been since 1972 when Apollo 17 went to the moon. So it's a beautiful opportunity for us to see Earth, Mother Earth, from this altitude. And it's also pretty special because 2 of my crew members have set an altitude record for the furthest any females ever traveled from the planet Earth. Let me take a moment and introduce my crew. I'm Kid Poteet. I'm the mission pilot for Polaris Dawn. To my right, you got Sarah Gillis. Her call sign is Cooper. She is a mission specialist. She's also an engineer with SpaceX. And then to my left, you got our illustrious commander, 2-time astronaut, Jared Rook Isaacman. And then to his left is Anna Menon. Her call sign is Walker. She is a mission specialist, also a medical officer for this flight. We are so honored to have this opportunity to talk to you guys. There's no greater than what you guys have done and what your spouses have sacrificed for our freedom and our nation, and we are forever grateful for that. And we just want to take a moment and honor those sacrifices and try to carry on the legacy of your spouses, because it's so important what Folds of Honor is doing for these families. So it's just an honor for us to be here, and I'm going to pass it off to my crew to say a couple words.
Hi there. So just want to really highlight the opportunity of a STEM education here and what Folds of Honor is doing. It's a huge part of our mission, and it's what goes into the incredible feats that happen in order to go explore among the stars and go farther into the universe. STEM is such an important part of everything we do to make progress. And so just want to acknowledge and recognize what Folds of Honor is doing as an organization and how important it is and how grateful we are that you guys are able to continue providing education opportunities.
Just want to say what a real honor it is to speak with all of you today. A little background on the spaceship we're on right now. It's actually named Resilience, and that's what really comes to mind when I think about the sacrifices that you've all made and what you've endured and persevered, and really in the name of freedom. And again, it's a real honor to really connect with you all today.
Hey there. I am so thrilled to get to talk to you guys today. I also have a loved one in the Air Force, my husband, and while we've made sacrifices, they're nothing in comparison to what you all have had to endure. So, I just so admire what you do and your commitment to continuing their legacy and working with Folds of Honor, and I just so appreciate you. So thanks for everything you're doing, and we're so thrilled to be with you today.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. Space Googlevesaire YouTube channel.
And with that, we'd be honored to hear from you guys, Dan and Rachel and Kinsley.
Yeah, Kid, thank you so much. What a humbling experience to wake up and get to talk to SpaceX crew. So I say courage and comfort can never coexist. You guys are out on a new frontier, the highest since 1972. Kid, you and I go back as F-16 pilots, and I just want to share how Folds of Honor started. Then we're going to hear from Rachel and Kinsley on how it has impacted them. But I got back from my second combat tour of duty in Iraq and was actually on a commercial airliner with identical twin brothers, Corporal Brad Buckland bringing his twin brother, Corporal Brock Buckland, home, who had been killed in Iraq. And, when you go to combat, we understand that freedom is not free, but I'd never seen that side of war. And I watched that family on the darkest night of their lives, his brothers, his parents, his wife, and his 4-year-old son. And I just felt a calling from God to do something for that young boy. And a couple months later, my wife and I hosted a golf tournament, kid, and that's a big bond for us, the game of golf. And 17 years later, we've funded over 63,000 scholarships. We're $300 million, started above our garage. And again, the places you never thought you would end up is having a conversation in space, getting to share the Folds of Honor story, through the galaxies, if you will. So thank you for that honor on 9/11. And I'm going to throw it over to Rachel and Kinsley to share their stories of just how Folds of Honor has impacted them, a couple of the thousands of families we've been able to support, and that resilient spirit, Jared, that you so eloquently presented.
Hey guys, such an honor. I'm Rachel, and my husband, Major Blair Bama Faulkner, flew A-10s in New Orleans at Naval Air Station New Orleans, and then we got blown out by Hurricane Katrina and ended up in the T-38 at Columbus Air Force Base. And 17 years ago, he went out to fly the same year that Dan started Folds of Honor. It's just not a coincidence, a moment of synchronicity for sure. And that morning, he and his student pilot, Matthew Emmons, were killed on the runway at Columbus Air Force Base. And the flap did not work, and they were both instantly killed. And I was left with a 2-year-old little boy, Davis, and a 5-month-old little girl, Campbell. And my life forever changed. But because of what Dan did, 17 years ago, we have continued to be a part of the military community. We have been recipients for 10 years of a Folds of Honor scholarship. My son just went to Auburn, and my daughter got the help that she needed at a special school. And we could not have done any of that. Davis wouldn't have been able to go out of state and go to Auburn without Folds of Honor. And, my favorite quote is a father's legacy is not what is left to their children, it's what's left in their children. And fortunately, that has been left to us. We have been left with an amazing gift of the connection because of Folds, plus an education that cannot be taken away from them. So, Kinsley, you want to tell us a little bit about your dad?
Yeah, my name is Kinsley, and my dad is Jamie Reynolds. He was in law enforcement for 25 years. He was always really just go get him, like he was the guy. He just never stopped. Even when he was home, he was working. And in 2022, in July, a tree fell on the cab of his car on the way to work. And it was instant. There wasn't anything anyone could have done. But being able to get this scholarship has let me go to college for this year without debt. And that's been huge, because he was always the one saying, you need to get the best education you can. You need to go to college. Like, you need to make a life for yourself. And I think without him, it was a big change. It was extremely difficult, but having the support in your corner, it makes it so much easier.
Well, Rachel and Kinsley, thank you for sharing your story. Those are very touching tributes to your spouses, and we shall never forget. You're spot on, Dan, with this being a world of synchronicity, it being September 11th. We can't forget about the fallen, and we got to take care of the families who are burdened with carrying on the legacy of these warriors. So thanks for this opportunity, guys, and hopefully we'll see you someday back on Earth.
Absolutely. Godspeed on your heroic journey to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Space Googlevesaire YouTube channel.